Assalamu alaikum, fellow Toastmasters. This is Talha bin Hamid, Club Growth Director of District 122 TC. Today, as I've been discussing various things with Toastmasters across Pakistan, we realize that this is election season not only for the district leadership but also for the clubs. And there are so many new dynamic individuals who are coming into the roles of VP educations. So I just thought that I would share some of my experiences as VP education and some of the innovations that I've been able to bring in my clubs, and maybe some of them prove useful to you. First of all, the role VP education. It is the toughest role in the club. It's the busiest role in the club. And no, your duty does not end when the meeting ends. It only starts. It continues 24/7 throughout the week. You set the agenda, then you tweak the agenda, then you tweak it during the meeting, and then you record the progress of every member. Yes, it can be very intimidating. So my first tip would be to get an assistant. Get an assistant for your VPE duties who can get in touch with the members, who can do some things on your behalf. Because trust me, if you're coming into a club that is very active, and most of our clubs are very active, it will become very intimidating very fast. So number one, get an assistant, and that assistant will be in line for the next role of VPE, so train them for it. Secondly, maintain an Excel sheet. That is your best friend. Maintain an Excel sheet of speech slots so that you have a record of who spoke in which meeting, and then you can have full visibility week by week of who spoke when, so that you can award slots on an even basis. You can take care of those members who are too timid to ask for slots. You can chase members who haven't spoken for many weeks so that their engagement can be captured. See, it is not just your job to service the members who are very eager to speak. It is also your job to push those members who are not eager to speak to deliver projects. Number three, develop a system of standby speakers. So for example, if you traditionally have 3 speeches in your club, that means that you should have 3 standbys as well. What purpose does that serve? For starters, the club meeting will surely have 3 speeches, even if some of the prepared speakers who had booked in advance could not make it, because there are standbys. What's the function of a standby? You enlist those standbys. You say that whenever someone asks for a slot and the main 3 speakers have been filled, you tell them that you are one of the standbys. What happens when one of the main confirmed speakers withdraws? Then you can slot in that standby. You tell them that you have to prepare your speech as if you were speaking. And what if the standbys don't get to deliver the speech? Very easy. They are the automatic confirmed speakers for the next meeting. So that's how you will have a flow of from one week to the next. You won't be rummaging around records looking of who spoke when. You'll have visibility of each and every member, and you will also have visibility of how much progress each member is making. So that's my second tip, that have a third tip, sorry. Have a system of standbys. Fourth, what contributes to your club's progress? I'm sorry, it's not table topics. I'm sorry, it's not our counter role. It is one thing only, and that is speeches. So prioritize speeches. Accommodate the members if they want to deliver more speeches. If there are more members wanting to deliver speech, find a way to accommodate them. Don't put an artificial line in the sand that we'll just have 3 speeches or 4 speeches or 5 speeches. Find a way to accommodate all of them. That will ensure that the members are engaged. That will ensure that they remain happy, they remain motivated, and when the time comes, they renew. So yes, your role ties into that of the VP membership as well. Imagine if you aren't allowing a member to speak due to various reasons, because there are so many other speakers, then after 3 or 4 weeks, they will lose interest, they will lose engagement with the club, and perhaps they gravitate to another club that is providing them with speaking opportunities. So please take care of the members, reduce the duration of the table topics if you have to, okay? No harm in doing that. For example, fix it at 10 minutes or 12 minutes and devote the rest of the time to prepared speeches. So that is my 4th tip, prioritize speeches. because that will ensure member engagement, and that will put up the points on your distinguished club program. That is where the ticks come from. Level 1s, level 2s, level 3s, 4s and 5s, DTMs. They don't come from table topic session. Yes, you can have a lot of fun. And no, I'm not advocating doing away with table topics. But all I'm saying is that prepared speeches need to take priority, because these are the bread and butter of your club's performance. Okay. What else? You need to monitor each and every member's progress. You need to ensure that everyone is progressing on an even level, because I faced a situation once where there was 2 or 3 members, including myself, who were very eager to deliver speeches, and somebody alleged that, all I see is 2 or 3 members who are speaking every week, week after week. So that was taken quite seriously by the ex-com, and we had to explain to them that, it's first come, first serve basis. You're most welcome to have a speaking slot as long as you book it in advance. And my last tip would be that, encourage your members to book speech slots 1 week in advance. Why do I say 1 week? Because that will give you adequate time to plan, number one. That will give them adequate time to pass through the preferred process of preparing, writing, practicing, and then tweaking the speech. That's what Toastmasters expects. Discourage members who call you up in the middle of the night and then tell you that, I want a speaking slot tomorrow. Feel free to refuse them. Tell them that, fine, thank you so much, but you'll get a slot next week. Why? Because every speech has to pass through preparation. If you start encouraging so-called prepared speeches, which are in reality extempore speeches, that will bring down the quality of the club, that will bring down the quality for the guests, and that will demotivate the members. So that's my last tip. All of these tips tie into your club's quality and performance, and plus I am available for any guidance, offer my experience, because I happen to be part of a club that is the highest performing club in Pakistan and one of the highest performing in the region. So I may have some additional tips for you, but these are the pretty much the things that I have been able to do in my clubs, and they have worked wonders towards member engagement, and also putting our club near the top of the list in terms of performance on a regional and worldwide stage. And I hope and pray that each and every club in Pakistan replicates that performance, and you, the incoming VPE, are the right person to do it. Thank you so much. See you again, inshallah.